Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, and Happy New Year. So yes, it is January 2022, and I am kickstarting the year of 30-day challenges with what I'm right now calling my Leading Lady Challenge. Now, of course, I mean for this challenge for anybody who wants to do something similar. I am meaning for this to be inclusive. Now, for me, it's leading lady, but of course, it can be, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain. I am challenging myself each month of this year to live for 30 days, incorporating the traits, behaviors, and such of the characters I admire from the books that I have written so far. Why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, a lot of it has to do with I'm bored. All the social distancing and isolating and all that good jazz has put me in a position where, even though I am a huge introvert and don't mind dwelling solely in my cave, not having my usual outlets for my creativity, for my imagination, has left me feeling just a little off. And I'm using this challenge to reconnect with that side of me, with the playful side of me, with the little kid at heart. So this is basically 30 days of playing dress up, if you will. So that's why I'm doing it. And like I said, I'm taking characters from the books that I've written because I know them fairly well. And there are aspects of me as I exist in the real world embedded in them already. And so it's not too big a leap to then really take a deeper dive into who they are, how they operate, and then taking the traits and things that I admire, that I like the most, and incorporating them into my day-to-day. All right, so January, and I'm going in the order of the books as I have published them. So the first book I ever published was Satin Sheet Memoirs, Volume 1, and it is a collection of erotic very short stories, and I wouldn't call them poems, but I guess you could, if you want to stretch your imagination a little bit in that area. But yes, so out of this collection, there is a character that stands out to me, and her name is Dominique. Dominique is a mature woman, and I use mature just to denote her age. So she's about the same age as I am now, maybe a year or two younger, but she's very much all about sensual pleasure. And for those of you who immediately thought sex, that's not what I mean by sensual pleasure. Sensual pleasure meaning she is very much about pleasing all of her senses. The clothes that she wears are going to be soft to the touch. They're going to be good for the environment, and they're going to fit her nicely. She's going to feel really good, not only physically, like the material against her skin, but she's going to feel really good emotionally and mentally when she wears them. The food she eats, it's going to tantalize and satisfy her taste buds. it's gonna smell good. You see what I'm saying? Sensually. The music she listens to, just everything that goes on in her world is based on pleasing and satisfying, stimulating her senses. And I picked that because I'm lacking that in my life at this point. I do a lot of just kind of making do. I settle in a lot of areas. And one of the things that I really liked about Dominique is that she does not. Doesn't mean that she's, spending a lot of money or doing things outside of what would be a reasonable, I guess you could say, a typical, an average budget. But the things that she does definitely aren't things that she is settling for. And so that, among some other things, some other traits are why I picked her. So having done that, for me personally, to get out of this realm of settling, I'm incorporating her aesthetic, her sense of sensual pleasure into everything I do. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, then by all means, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and be sure to come back each week. That's when I plan on posting updates. Either way it goes, be sure to check in with the channel here to see how the challenge is progressing and to find out who I'll be picking. So check out the description box below. Down there you'll find a link to the book that I'm using, as well as a downloadable cheat sheet, so to speak. There'll be instructions as to how the challenge is working. There will also be a sample of what I'm using to remind myself of the character I've chosen and those traits and things, as I mentioned, and a blank one for you to fill out. So if you don't want to do the same character, or even follow or even choose a character from the same book, then you have the blank sheet where you can pick your book, your character, fill it out, and then print it and post it so you can see it throughout the 30 days. So that's going to do it for me for this one. Again, Happy New Year. Thanks for taking the time to stop by the channel and check out a video. And I'll see you in the next one.